In this lesson of Sharh Kitab al-Da'i wa-Dawa, Shaykh Abd al-Razzaq al-Badr, Hafidhahullah, explains Ibn al-Qayyim's words, Rahimahullah, about the verse in Surah Al-Ma'idah. Whoever kills a person not in retaliation for a soul or for corruption on earth, it is as if he had killed all mankind. He notes that many people find this hard to understand. How can someone who killed just one person be as if he killed all people, when the sin of killing many is clearly greater? The Shaykh clarifies that the error is to think the verse makes them equal in the amount of sin and punishment. The similarity is actually in the type of threat, anger of Allah, His curse and punishment in hell, but not in the detailed level or duration of that punishment. Both fall into the category of people who deserve such a threat. But the killer of many souls will not be like the killer of just one in the degrees of hell. To illustrate, he mentions Quranic verses where worldly life is described as though it were only an hour or part of a day when people see the day of resurrection, although they lived many years. In the Sunnah, the Prophet ﷺ says that whoever prays Isha in congregation gets the reward of half the night in prayer. And with Fajr in congregation he gets the reward of the whole night, and that whoever fasts Ramadan and follows it with 6 days of Shawwal is as if he fasted the entire year, and that Qul huwallahu ahad is equal to 1/3 of the Quran. These texts highlight great virtues, but do not mean total equality with someone who actually fasts or recites much more. Then the Shaykh summarizes Ibn al-Qayyim's points about the resemblance between the killer of one person and the killer of many. Both are disobedient to Allah and His Messenger ﷺ and have entered the group of those who deserve Allah's anger and punishment, even though their levels differ. Both have unlawfully taken a sacred human life, and both have crossed the inner barrier that normally prevents a person from shedding innocent blood. He explains that once someone dares to kill a single soul without right, it becomes easier for him to kill again. He has broken the natural respect for life and turned himself into an enemy of humanity. In that sense, his action is as if he killed all people. He has adopted the same criminal mindset and opened the same door, even if he has not reached the same quantity of victims. The Shaykh also reminds us of the prophetic description of the believers as one body. When one part suffers, the rest of the body responds with fever and sleeplessness. Killing a believer is not just harming one individual. It is an attack on the entire believing community, like damaging a limb of one body, and thus it resembles killing all people in its impact and type of harm. He cites texts about the sanctity of the believer's blood, such as Ibn Umar's statement, radiyallahu anhuma, when he looked at the Kaaba and said that the believer is more sacred to Allah than the Kaaba itself. He concludes by recalling hadiths that warn the believer that he remains in a wide space of his religion as long as he does not touch unlawful blood, and that shedding such blood is one of the dangerous pitfalls from which it is very hard to escape. This shows that the verse is there to fill the heart with fear of unjust killing, and to magnify the value of a single human life.